the JP Morrissey galloper Pemberton. Another duel goes up. You'll notice that We Strolled in this race, trained by Frank Cleary, is racing in familiar colours, white grey sash, pink striped sleeves and a grey cap. One of the part owners is none other than Mr. Nicholas Moratis. And good afternoon to you, Nick. I'm sure you're watching. Now, waiting on Ebony Fair to move along. Yeah, We Stroll is by Bureaucracy out of Mini Walk, a Shaney Walk mare, but all the rage is Pemberton. And we're waiting on John Morrissey's other galloper, Ebony Fair, to move along. Now, Ebony Fair about to move in. Grand Supremo stands up, meter run, stands well. They're all in now. Boxed and ready, the first of 8 here at Canberra this afternoon. Just waiting on the light. 1,000 metres ahead of them. There's the light, they're set. They're racing. Now, another duel was slowly away and Grand Supremo didn't jump all that well. And the favourite Pemberton landed out in front, followed by Meter Run. Ebony Fair's running third, followed by We Stroll. Moving up on the outside was Grand Supremo as they settled down, and a length and a quarter back at the tail of the field was another duel. As they race down the side, 700 out, and the favourite doing it well. Pemberton is under a very good hold indeed, about a length and a half in front. Now Meter Run is running second as they race towards the turn. Ebony Fair's ahead off third on the outside. A further break, We Stroll. Up on the outside as they race towards the turn, Grand Supremo. At about 3, then another duel last, but around the turn, 400 metres to go. Oh, this favourite's doing it very well. Kicked away Pemberton under a stranglehold in the straight, about 4 in front. Ebony Fair's running on fairly well, followed by Meter Run. Then We Stroll down on the inside, and no use going back any further because Pemberton is racing away. And at the 100 metre mark, Pemberton, he can't hold him slow enough as they get towards the line, and Pemberton wins the race under a double wrap. Pemberton by a big space. The stablemate Ebony Fair's second. Then third was Meter Run, followed by another duel and We Stroll. And the last one was Grand Supremo. Oh, mile too good, Pemberton. John Morrissey, Matthew Carla, first starter. Raced by the Tavistock Park Stud Syndicate, the managers PJ and Mrs. J.M. Pascoe. A 2-year-old Bayer Brown gelding by Marauding out of Royal Aria, who was a former John Morrissey, and raced by the Tavistock Park Stud Syndicate.
Gee, that's the easiest win to ever see, Tane. Look at that.
It gets the prize for the easiest too.
Absolutely. Ridden by Matthew Carl, trained by John Morrissey. This youngster by Marauding has just straighted his rivals at 1.
First race, one in easy style. Lovely day here in Canberra. Beautiful spring day, although they're forecasting rain tomorrow all over the weekend. Friday, Saturday and Sunday there's rain forecast in this part of the world. Still about 7 or so to move in here. Baron Joey Light led up. Son of Grey still out with Hackettstown. Southern Butterfly, Kingston Dawn and Pearl Door the favourite. Previous race today was taken out in good style by Prince of Sports. Alan Abrahams for Gary Kirkup, the trainer at Canberra, beating Harmony Girl, Rolly Saxton for Peter Staunton, and Chinju Matthew Carl for John Morrissey. In the opening race, won in very, very easily fashion by Pemberton, 9 lengths, double held. The rider had a stranglehold on Pemberton in the first race, still won by 9 lengths, beating the stablemate Ebony Fair, and Master Run was third. But we're up to race 3, the Transact Maiden Handicap here now. Now, Kingston Dawn goes up, waiting on Hackettstown.
Let's head to the track as these last couple go in his time.
Waiting on Hackettstown and Pearl Door. There's one giving trouble over there. There's a riderless one. It's Peon. The light is on, they're set. And away they go. Not a bad start, although Hackettstown was slowly away and Mighty Lady and Peon didn't jump all that well. Master Timms and Pearl Door with the leaders on, settling down. Now Princess Joanna driving up along the inside, followed further back to Kingston Dawn. In behind those Tillamook, followed by Keen Edge, Son of Grace, and down on the inside there was Mighty Lady. Further back behind those Dr. Cheval, and back at the tail of the field was Baron Joey Light. Racing inside the 600 metres, and the favourite Pearl Door is the leader. Down on the inside, Princess Joanna, followed by Master Timms. Further out out on the track was Southern Butterfly as they raced towards the turn, going wide of Kingston Dawn, and out very wide Hackettstown, followed further back in the field, then Tillamook, then Mighty Lady, followed by Princess Joanna down towards the inside. Further back behind those, Dr. Cheval and Keen Edge and Peon well back, followed then by Baron Joey Light, well on the straight, with about 200 to go, and Pearl Door has raced away, hands and heels. Pearl Door a big leader, running on Kingston Dawn, followed by Southern Butterfly getting up along the inside. Mighty Lady's running home, but it's all Pearl Door, and the favourite is eased down on the line. Pearl Door first, now second Mighty Lady, third Kingston Dawn, then Southern Butterfly, followed then by Hackettstown. Further back in the field then Tillamook, followed by Keen Edge, Son of Grace. A further break then Baron Joey Light, followed by Dr. Cheval, Princess Joanna, Master Timms, and the last one to pull up was Peon.
112 and 10 there, Pearl Dior, 150, $1.10, 350 Mighty Lady, and 220 about number 10 Kingston Dawn. A nice win there. The top weight was too good for them for Matthew Carl. Now race one at Scone, 1, 2, 3 and 4 are all, well, there's only one horse there at double figure odds, and that is number 3, Divine County. 170 for number 2. Captain Henry is the total.
Now they're all in. They're boxed and ready for the fourth event of the day. Franco Lira stands up, the light is on, they're racing now, a fairly good start. Akariba got away well, and Interstate down towards the inside is showing a bit of speed. Multifaceted not too far away, and up in that group was Narelma, caught a bit wide. Getting back behind those then Katie Jane. Further back on the outside was Omerta, followed by Franco Lira, and a half a length in Art and Class is last. On settling down as they race down the back with 1,000 to go, and Narelma on the outside shares the lead with Interstate. In third place Fashion Bijou, followed by Multifaceted fourth on the inside. In between runners racing towards that next turn, there Akariba, followed then by Omerta, gaining ground 3 and 4 wide. A length behind those Katie Jane, followed by Frank Alira on the outside, and a break of about 2 then Art and Class last of all. As they leave the back and race down the side, a good race for the lead. Interstate on the inside is the leader. Fashion Bijou is running second, followed by Narelma going up wide, who's making ground, and also Multifaceted starts a run. Back behind those Akariba losing ground, followed then as they race towards the turn by Omerta. Then Franco Lira well back on the bend. We had Katie Jane and Art and Class last, but around the turn, Adna Elmer on the outside, put the head in front of Interstate, who's fighting back strongly. Further back behind those Multifaceted, followed by Akariba, and a break behind those then Omerta. Down towards the 200 they race, and Narelma raced away. Narelma kicked well clear, running on well was Multifaceted, followed by Akariba. Interstate can't go on, but it's Narelma the leader, about 2.5 in front. Multifaceted tries hard, but Narelma goes to the line to win it well. Narelma by about 2 over Multifaceted. A similar margin, Akariba third. In behind those then Franco Lira, followed by Interstate. The next one was Omerta, followed by Fashion Bijou, Katie Jane, and the last one was Art and Class. Narelma, ridden by Adrian Late, is the winner. Number 5, Norelma, trained by Peter Staunton and ridden by Adrian Late, too good. The winner raced and trained by Peter Staunton. A 4-year-old chestnut mare by Mukadama out of Lura. Now number 5 is the winner. 4 got second, Multifaceted. Rada Bulge the trainer, ridden by Rolly Saxton, Multifaceted. And 1 Akariba third, trained at Queanbeyan by Eddie Montgomery, and the rider was John Scourse. So the numbers of 5, 4, 1 and 2 after race 4.
Yep, 5, 4, 1. Righto, thank you very much to Tony and Norlima, the winner at $3.90. The New Zealander into second spot, the top weight third. Now race 1, Bendigo, and tough as...
Good support late, Alizari, ahead of Concord Flight. The light is on. Gates open. Concord Flight and Fenian were slowly away. Senya Sarah got out very quickly and is looking for the lead. Now McVina's down on the inside, followed by Alizari, not too far away, El Zalabai. A long break behind those, settling down Fenian, and a neck off then Concord Flight is last. Racing down the back stretch, they've got about 1,100 to go. Senya Sarah is the leader, just over a length in front of Alizari, settling down a half a length then McVean. In behind those, Fenian gaining ground, followed by El Zalabai, and about 2.5 at the tail of the field is Concord Flight. As they race towards that next turn, they leave the back and race down the side, and Fenian raced up on the outside to apply a bit of pressure to Senya Sarah. They're out nicely, about 2 in front of Alizari, going well. A length behind those McVean, a half a length then El Zalabai, and about 2 at the tail of the field. Ridden patiently was Concord Flight. Racing down in the direction of the 600 metres, and again Senya Sarah has got away now from Fenian. Senya Sarah leads clearly towards the turn. Out wide running on was Alizari, followed by McVean down on the inside. Then El Zalabai by and tacking onto the tail of the field, Concord Flight. In the straight, they've got about 350 metres to go. Shaken up the leader was Senya Sarah. Running on fairly well was Alizari, followed by McVean. Concord Flight is running on fairly well, but giving the leader a bit of a start at the 200, and ridden hard the leader, Senya Sarah. Two in front, McVean. Concord Flight is running on. It's Senya Sarah taken on by McVean, and Concord Flight on the outside. McVean is coming home a shade the better. McVean a half a length, Senya Sarah. On the outside, third, Concord Flight, followed then by Fenian, then Alizari, and Al's Alibi was last. McVean, ridden by Peter Malin, finished the best. McVean, trained by Jack Van Duren at Queanbeyan. Well, Senya Sarah kicked away in the straight, but couldn't hold off McVean in the run to the line. Concord Flight ran on fairly well, but McVean has beaten Senya Sarah and two Concord Flight as third. The winner, McVean, raced by J and Miss D Van Duren, L Fredericks. A 6-year-old brown gelding by Brave Regent out of Quick Pearl, trained by Jack Van Duren at Queanbeyan, ridden by Peter Malin. Now, Senya Sarah second. A 6-year-old bay mare by Nicolo Polo out of Rash Memories, Stephen Doolan, Wodonga Brendan Ward, and two Concord Flight. A 5-year-old bay gelding Interstellar out of St Flying, Barbara Joseph, John Scorse. 1, 4, 2.
All righty. 1, 4 and 2 there. I tell you what, that was a good win by the top weight, and Peter Millen in the saddle. Well done to Pete. 14-10.
For the Actu Canberra Cannons quality. Now the line is taking good shape. 6.40 Regal Curator. $3. Good tussle here between Here's the Prince and Mountain Time as far as the favourite's concerned. Both showing $3. Now Mountain Time is led up. Kevin Sweeney riding. Waiting on Here's the Prince and Regal Curator. Here's the Prince, hasn't won a race for almost 2 years, but he looks particularly fit, the old boy. He's an 8-year-old now. Now waiting on Regal Curator to complete the line over there at the 1200. Rasdana stands up. Kerrisdale. He's a good bloke. Now they're all in. Boxed and ready under starters' orders now. Lighters on. They face up well. They're racing. Regal Curator and Kerrisdale missed it, and Mountain Time is the early leader, followed by He's a Good Bloke and Rasdana down towards the inside. Now going quickly around the field, Regal Curator caught about 4 wide. Getting back behind those then, Here's the Prince, followed by Guarded Love and Kerrisdale as last. On settling down as they leave the back and commence the run down the side, the leader was Mountain Time. A neck in front of Regal Curator, second on the outside, 2 behind those Rasdana. A close fourth up on the outside, He's a Good Bloke. A break of about 2 then. Here's the Prince as they race down the side, then Guarded Love second last. At a length then Kerrisdale at the tail of the field. At the 600 metres as they race towards the turn, Mountain Time is the leader, taken on now by Regal Curator on the outside. A length and 3/4 behind those Rasdana, followed further back in the field. He's a Good Bloke. Now sweeping around the field, Here's the Prince is running on, followed by Guarded Love, and Kerrisdale is last in the straight though, and shaken up the leader was Mountain Time, about a half a length in front of Regal Curator. Here's the Prince is running on fairly well down the centre, followed by Guarded Love, and Rasdana's closer down towards the inside. Here's a big finish coming up. Here's the Prince, and Guarded Love raced up to hit the lead. It's Guarded Love the leader, but now Here's the Prince is coming quickly. Here's the Prince, put the head in front, and Here's the Prince. Here's the Prince about a long neck. In second place, Guarded Love, followed by Kerrisdale. Then Mountain Time, further back then Rasdana. He's a Good Bloke, and Regal Curator last. Oh yes, the old boy wore them down right on the line. Number 2, Here's the Prince, Matthew Carl. Number 2, the winner, Here's the Prince. Raced by Bert Rumble, ridden by Matthew Carl and John Morrissey. That's a winning treble for that combination now. Number 4, Guarded Love second, ridden by Adrian Late for Terry Miller. And the time for the race was 1:12:43. Number 6 is third. So the numbers are 2, 4, 6. 2, the winner, Here's the Prince, Matthew Carl. Number 4, Guarded Love, Adrian Late. And 6th, third, Kerrisdale, Larry Mortell. 4th was number 3, Mountain Time. And 5th goes to number 7. That was Rasdana. So the first 4, 2, 4, 6, 3.
Okay, and that horse used to be trained by Frank Cleary. Here's the Prince, and now John Morrissey. Race 3, Bendigo. And a drink up is showing at 360. Red Kojak is at 160, good timing. 10 about Lovely Doreen, 18 about Backaroo. 470, bit of money for it, hasn't there been, for famous Courtesan. 13 into $4.70 here at Canberra. $40 about Secessionist, 22 Select Edition, and 24 for Tan Cadet. Famous Courtesan for B. Johnson has been the one that's been well supported. Trained by Miss A. Langlar at Queanbeyan. Moving in well now, 9, 6 and 4 with the trifecta 35.50 at the Gold Coast. Now here's Tony at Canberra.
Now, Secessionist. They're all in. Line is set now. Good timing's the favourite. First 4 in New South Wales. Oh, there's one rearing, climbing high. And away they go. Now, good timing didn't jump all that well, and Kantari got away well. Lovely Doreen is up running second now. Good timing cruises up along the inside. In behind those famous Courtesan, followed then by Select Edition Backaroo. Secessionists back second last, and down on the inside, Tan Cadet is last as they settle down and race down the side of the track now. And the leader on the inside, good timing, about a long neck in front. Now, Lovely Doreen is second on the outside, 2 behind those famous Courtesan. Then Kantari down on the inside, Backaroo getting a good run. A length and a half behind those as they race towards the turn, Select Edition, followed then by Tan Cadet, and about 2 then Secessionist last. Up towards the turn, they've got about 500 to go, and down on the inside, good timing, just leads Lovely Doreen. Now going up 3 wide, famous Courtesan. In behind those, Kantari, followed by Backaroo and Select Edition. Well back Tan Cadet, followed then by Secessionist. In the straight with about 300 to go, shaken up, and the leader was good timing. Now famous Courtesan has moved up quickly. It's famous Courtesan putting the head in front. Good timing is kicking back, followed then by Lovely Doreen. It's a 2-horse war. It's famous Courtesan on the outside, and good timing, and famous Courtesan. Famous Courtesan, a nose in front. Good timing, kicks back, but famous Courtesan, I think. Nothing in it, maybe famous Courtesan, a nose over good timing. Now close for third, we had Tan Cadet and Secessionist. Then Lovely Doreen, followed then by Select Edition. Further back in the field, Kantari and Backaroo. Oh, good finish here. Very close. Famous Courtesan and good timing. Went to the line and nothing in it. Maybe the one on the outside, famous Courtesan, but oh, it's very close indeed. Now the time for the race, 1:12.26. 1:12.26, 36.72 the sectional. 36.72 the sectional. Standing by, a close finish between famous Courtesan and good timing. Number 5's the winner, famous Courtesan. Number 5, the winner, famous Courtesan. 2 good timing second. And third, another close one, Tan Cadet and Secessionist. The winner, famous Courtesan, trained at Queanbeyan by Amanda Langler, bred Johnson, raced by Mrs. Catherine Ramon, a 4-year-old brown mare by Quest for Fame out of Dancer's Joy. 5, 2 and 12. 12, Tan Cadet is third. 5, 2, 12 and 3. 12, Lovely Doreen was fourth. 5.
Yeah, famous Courtesan. That's the one they came for. I hope you had something on it.
It is $2.90 for number 6, Tributes. $3.50 number 2, Dame Telex. $6.60 number 5, A Scarlet Lady. And the field just about ready here by Dame Telex. Coming up extreme outside. Got quite cold here at the present time. Numbers you need for the quadrella, 5, 10, 5. All set for the Oaks Trail, the 4 and 20 Oaks Trail. Gaelic Jig, the inside runner. Stand well. Should go. Favourite Tributes in 4. Gaelic Jig is on the inside. Away they go. Jump reasonably well too. Gaelic Jig on the inside, one of the first to come out with a Scarlet Lady, and Tributes not anxious to lead is going backwards at the moment, the favourite Tributes. And over on the outside, Dame Telex going fast, followed by Shimaro. At the judge, a lap left to go, and Gaelic Jig on the inside, just in advance of a Scarlet Lady. Wider on the track then Dame Telex, followed by Shimaro. Over on the inside then is Madame Plume, followed by Tributes. As they go along towards the 1800 metre mark with that distance left to go, and Gaelic Jig settled in the lead by a length to Dame Telex. In third place, a Scarlet Lady getting through on the inside inside Madam Plume. Just in behind them, Tributes, followed by Shimaro. A length and a half to Revenant on the outside of Am Crazy, second last, and Kirkstall Lane has dropped out to last. Along the back they travel 1,450 metres out, and the leader Gaelic Jig about 2 lengths to Dame Telek. A length and a half for Scarlet Lady on the outside of Madam Plume. 2 lengths further back is Shimaro. A neck away the inside to Tributes. A length and a half Revenant, followed by M Crazy and Kirkstall Lane. 12 lengths covering the field in the Oaks trial as they run down the back. 1,250 out, and Gaelic Jig the pilot led 3 lengths to Dame Telek. 2 lengths to Scarlet Lady on the outside of Madam Plume. They're followed by Shimaro. On the inside is Tributes. A length and a half further back to Revenant, followed by M Tracy and Kirkstall Lane as last of all. They've gone by the 1,000 metre mark with that distance left to go. The order much the same, and Gaelic Jig in charge, led by 3 lengths to Dame Telek. A length and a half for Scarlet Lady on the outside of Madam Plume. It's a nice run. 2 lengths further back then Shimaro on the outside of Tributes. 3 lengths further back to Revenant, M Crazy, and still last of all is Kirkstall Lane. They've passed the 800 metre mark, and the leader still Gaelic Jig, still out the best part of 3 lengths to Dame Telek. A length and a half to a Scarlet Lady. Fourth then over on the inside to Madam Telek, followed by Shimaro. Tributes in behind them, patiently ridden. A length further back is Revenant, followed by M Crazy second last, and Kirkstall Lane pull to the outside as they come up towards the home turn. It's Gaelic Jig by a length in advance here of Dame Telek on the outside of Scarlet Lady. Then Madam Plume, and further back in the field, pull to the outside. Tributes are starting to go forward, followed by Shimaro. Gaelic Jig is the leader from Dame Telek, and down the outside Tributes is now finishing on very strongly. Looks a big threat, Tributes. Tributes over on the outside has gone up to hit the front from Dame Telek. Gaelic Jig in behind them, and further back is Madam Plume and Shimaro, but Tributes looks set for victory. Draws away. Dame Telek battling on. Tributes in front, too strong. Tributes wins it by a length to Dame Telek. Madam Plume third, then Shimaro. Gaelic Jig behind them. Am Crazy, Kirkstall Lane, Revenant, and last to Scarlet Lady.
Tributes the winner there, 2 second, 3 third. A fairly easy trifecta to get, really. It wasn't a strong Oaks trial, as John mentioned, and those placings will remain the same in Adelaide as well. The protest has been dismissed there in Adelaide. Wow. Now, race 4 at the Gold Coast. Speedy Juan, 81.11 for something...
Just waiting on that red light to come on. There it is. They're set now. Ready. And racing. Now home team went back to the tail of the field with Tulsa Miss, and Regal Prophecy got away well, and Chinese Opera showing speed. Up on the outside, Lady Brianna, followed by Sir Chombre, who's also looking for the lead. Easing in behind those Natural Light, followed by Zircon Lass, Brunda Rosie. Then Something Old, a break behind those Tulsa Miss, and home team is last. On settling down as they race down the back at the 1,200, and the leader Lady Brianna, 2 in front of Sir Chombre, keen to go a little bit faster. About 2 behind those then Regal Prophecy running third, followed then by Natural Light fourth on the inside, then Chinese Opera. Back centre field was the favourite Zircon Lass as they race towards that next turn. A further break behind those Brunda Rosie. Down on the inside, Something Old. Back second last was Tulsa Miss, and home team on the outside as they leave the back and race down the side. Little change inside the 800 metre mark where the leader was Lady Brianna, 2 in front of Sir Chombre. A length Regal Prophecy third, followed by Natural Light, then Chinese Opera. Zircon Lass, home team. Back behind those Brunda Rosie, followed by Tulsa Miss, and Something Old down on the inside. Up towards the turn, the last Canberra, and Lady Brianna well clear. 2 over Sir Chombre, followed then by Regal Prophecy. Natural Light down on the inside, getting a run further back behind those home team. Then Chinese Opera, Zircon Lass angling for a run on the rails, and then Tulsa Miss and Something Old in the straight with about 350 metres to go. Lady Brianna's the leader, followed by Sir Chombre. Down on the inside, Zircon Lass is running on fairly but under pressure, and the next one there was Natural Light, followed further back to Brunda Rosie, but now Sir Chombre. Sir Chombre broke away. Here's Natural Light. Sir Chombre the leader. Natural Light on the outside is coming home by far the better, and Natural Light a half length. Sir
Second
Chombre
quarter past the 600, and Dock of the Bay is in front, leading by 1.5 metres. Second, No Can Do is about to be called upon. Behind the leader, Bold Sapphires had a cosy run. 1-1 Westline Rialto poised to pounce. There's 6 metres. 2 Best Kept Safe being called upon. Then a pocket